say it in the notification also. So if I tap on it, it should take me to the green screen. So let's tap on the notification. You can see it's working, and it's taken me to the green screen. Hello friends, I'm Aftab from Easy Approach, and in this video we are going to implement push notification in our Flutter application using Firebase. I already have a video on this topic on my channel, but there are two things with that video. First of all, the video is now obsolete since there are a lot of changes has been done in the recent Flutter version. And you know about Flutter 2, all the code breaking stuff, the null safety thing. And the second thing is that video has some missing features which I'm gonna cover in this video. So my subscriber were actually asking me about those missing feature, and I had to reply them individually. So I decided that it's better to make a new video with all the latest stuff, which is the null safety stuff, and all the missing features that I had not covered in the last video. Anyways, let's begin with the project structure that we have set up. To save the time, these are a little bit of files that I added just after I created a new project of Flutter. First of all, let's see what we have in the pub spec, what dependencies we need to add in order to make this thing which we are going to make. So basically there are three dependencies that we have to add. The first one, which is very important in order to integrate Firebase in our project, it is basically Firebase_core. So you can search on pub.dev and you can get the latest version. Right now, this is the latest version, but whenever you are following this tutorial, you have to check which is the latest version, and you have to keep it latest. The second dependency, which is very important, and we are going to use it for push notification, it is Firebase messaging. Since we are actually using Firebase messaging behind the scene for notification, for sending the notification, and it will be like acting as a server. So this is very important dependency. And similarly, this is the latest version right now, but you have to use the version which is latest at the time when you are following this video. And the second one is Flutter local notification. It's also basically for showing, it's actually for displaying the notification once we will receive the notification from the Firebase. So this basically allows us to show the heads up notification, which is a type of notification, and we will shortly discuss about it. So just use the latest version when you are following the video. So these are the three dependencies you need to add. Now we have very simple structure in lib. We have nothing fancy. We have three files. The first one, this is the generated file. You will just, whenever you will add the Firebase_core and you will click on pub-get, this will be generated automatically. So let's leave this file. Basically, we have these three files: the main.dart, red page, and green page. First of all, let's see what we have in the main.dart file. So we have nothing fancy in this file. First of all, we have set up, we have defined the routes, and we have basically two routes, the red page and green page, which I have used, which I'll be using for navigation, for testing the navigation after the user tap on the notification. So these are just two simple pages. If I go inside this, you can see this is just a scaffold with the red color, and there are some text which is indicating that this is red screen. And also similarly for the green page, we have exactly the same code that we have in the red page, or the only difference is the color, is of color. We have here a green color just to differentiate between two different screens. So these are the two screens we have. Then in the home, we have my home page, which is basically the default widget. I just changed it a little bit. I removed the counter and all that stuff. And what I did is, this is basically a stateful widget, not a stateless widget, because we need it as a stateful. Because we will use some functions for initializing the Firebase, and we will do it at init function, init state in this my home page. Anyways, in the build method, we just have this basic screen. You can see right now, and on the emulator, it's live. So you can see it's we have a scaffold, and then we have a center text with some padding. So that is what we have right now. And now we will move forward to the Firebase part to integrate the Firebase in our Flutter project. That's basically the first part. So this is our Firebase project. It's just a new project. I haven't done anything in this project. So first of all, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna integrate the Firebase the Flutter project and specifically the Android module with this Firebase project, because we can just test the push notification on of in Android, since the iOS push notification needs a real device and some other stuff, and I will basically cover that video also very soon. But right now we are just focusing on Android because the concept are very much same. I mean, the base is same, and we can later on do on iOS also when we set up, when I have like the setup for making the video. Anyways, so for Android, you have to click on Android, and then you have to provide some information like the package name and app nickname and the SHA-1 certificate, which is in our case it's optional, because in case when you are implementing dynamic links or Google sign-in, then you have to must provide it, but we can skip it for now. So first of all, how to get the Android package name. I know it's pretty simple to integrate the Firebase. So if you already know how to do it, you can skip some part and you can move to the next part. However, I want to make this video full and comprehensive so that anyone can follow without moving or leaving the video. So for the application ID, you have to go in the application level Gradle file, which is in the Android module, and then you have to find for the application ID. So this is the application ID, or more specifically the package name. So you can copy and you can paste it over here. Then you have to provide the app nickname. You can do anything. It is not necessary to even provide it. You can leave it if you want. And SHA-1, if you have the SHA-1, you can provide it, but it's not mandatory. This is the SHA-1, and it's unique for each of the development environment, like for the laptop. So this is my SHA-1, but you can leave it empty also. So once you provided all these information, you can click on register app, and this will take some time. Now it will say you to download the configuration file, which is the Google services.json file. So I already have the file with the same name. So what I'm doing right now, I'm deleting this file first so that it can be easily downloaded with the exact name that we need. So this is the file. You can show in your Finder. It's still downloading. Okay, here it is. And now you can copy it. Press the copy keywords, and then you have to put it in the app directory, which is in your Android module. So let's do it. So this is the app directory. So just come here and you have to press Control or Command V, and you can just copy it. So that's the second step you have to perform. So now you can click on next, and now there are some dependencies and some lines you have to paste in your Gradle file. So first of all, you have to go inside the build.gradle file for the project. So there are basically two build.gradle file. The first one is the app level and the other one is the project level. So right now we have to go in project level, and you have to paste this line in the dependencies. So let's go in the project level. So this is the one which is inside the app folder, it is app level, and the other one which is outside is the project level. So go in the project level, and inside the dependencies just paste this line. That's all good. Okay, so the next step is you have to open the app level build.gradle file, and you have to paste first of all you have to paste this line, and it should be after apply plugin. So let's open the build.gradle file, which is the app level, and over here you have the apply plugin, and you have to just paste it over here. And then you have to paste these two lines also. So just copy this and let's paste it at the very bottom inside the dependencies. Yep. And this one also. Okay, that's all good. And you can press continue, and then that's all good. You have successfully integrated. Now what you have to do to synchronize everything, you have to stop your application and you have to rerun the application and open the console to make sure that you have set up everything correctly and you are not getting any sort of error. Okay, so the application is restarted and you can see some red lines in the console, but don't worry, it's just the warnings, not the errors. So we can continue with this. So now we have successfully integrated Firebase with our Flutter project. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do a really basic or simple thing just to start things. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna receive a push notification right after integrating the Firebase with our project. And that's really simple procedure basically. So you don't have to do anything, you just have to integrate Firebase with the project and then you'll be able to receive the push notification. So first of all, let's close all these things which is unnecessary right now. Okay, so we have just this main dart and these two screens, or we can just remove these two screens also. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna first move it in the background. Sorry. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna move this application in the background, even though it's still opened, not terminated at all. And I'm gonna go in the Firebase project, and I'm gonna open the cloud messaging. So let's open the send first notification and let's give the title first notification and some text testing first notification. That's all. You have to click next and then you have to select the app. Okay, next, next, next. And then you have to click on review, just publish, and let's see what happens. So you can see we have received the notification and you can see it's in the system tray. It's in the system tray right now. So if I open the notification tray, so you can see it's saying the first notification and it has the same body which is testing first notification. So you can see how simple it is to receive the first notification using Firebase messaging. You just have to integrate the Firebase and then you can easily broadcast the message you want to broadcast, and that's very simple thing to do really. So now what we are going to do, we have seen how to receive a simple notification in the application, but now we have to gain some more control over the notification we are receiving. We have to know what notification we are actually receiving upon receiving any notification, and we also have to get the data that we may be getting in the notification in the data payload, and we have to use that further for maybe for navigation or for some other purpose. So we don't just have to show the notification, but we have to have the control over the notification. We have to exactly have the notification data and the data itself which we are getting in the notification. So for it, we have few callbacks that we have to use. So before using those callbacks or before using those streams, because some of them are streams, we have to set a few things. First of all, we have to initialize the Firebase, and to do so we have basically Firebase and then we have initialize app, and this is basically a future, so we have to use await, and since we are using await, we have to use async. And also before actually having this line, we have to ensure the Flutter widget binding. So you have to basically write this line to avoid any sort of error. So that's 3 lines you have to add. And now what we are going to do, inside the my home page, I'm going to define the init state, and inside the init state I'm going to define inside it I'm gonna use all those callbacks or all those streams that will give us more control over the notification. So the first callback or the first stream that we get, it is Firebase messaging dot on message, and you can see this on message is basically a stream of remote message. The remote message is the instance of the whole notification we are receiving from the Firebase messaging. So they don't say it's just a notification, because it may contain the data and some other stuff. So they rather say it's remote message. So as the Firebase can be continuously sending the messages, so that is why it is a stream. So we have to listen to it for getting each of the messages we will be receiving from the Firebase. So let's rename it to message, and inside it you'll be receiving all the messages instance or the notification. So for the notification, we are saying from now we are saying it message. We are not saying a notification, because message is more generic term and it contains the notification and data also. So we will receive the Firebase message in our application. So it will be automatically available in the system tray. But to get the instance so that we can use and we can get the values and we can get the data from it, so we need to have this on message stream. So right now what we can do, simply we can just print. You can see inside the message we have the data, we have the notification, and we have content available, message ID, message tab. There are a lot of different things, but the thing which is important for us is the notification. So we can simply print the notification body and also the notification title. And since the notification can be null, so let's say if message.notification is not null. In that case, you have to show these two things. Okay, that's fine. And yeah, and also this basically a stream will only work when the app will be in the foreground. Right now you can see the app is in background. So this, whenever we will receive the message from the Firebase while the app will be in the background, this on message will never get called. However, for that case, we have some different stream. We have some different callback. This will only get called when the app will be in the foreground. If I move it to foreground, and then I will send from Firebase, I sent some message, and then if we receive a message, we will get that message inside this on message, since the app is in foreground. But while the app is in background, we have to do some other thing. So just keep in mind that this only works while the app is in foreground. So this is the one stream or the callback we need to have to configure and to gain more control over the messages we are receiving from Firebase. Before it, we have to write another line to make it work properly. So we have to write Firebase messaging.instance, and we have to fetch the get initial message. Yes, and we will use this in future. We are using it for a purpose. But the second reason for using it, the on message works properly when you use this get initial message line. However, in the future, we will use it for a purpose, and I will explain you why we are using. But right now, we just think that you should add it. You should add it before on message stream. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna run the application. First of all, close the application completely, and I'm gonna run the application. First of all, let's remove the existing notification from the notification tray in order to avoid any sort of confusion. And let's run the application again. So basically, we need to get the notification body and the notification title printed on the console. So that's basically what we did now. So if we will be able to print it on the console, it means we are getting the message in the application. We are not just showing it, we are also getting the instance of the notification, and then we can further use it for many different cases. Okay, that's something, the cache related issue that often happen with the Flutter. So let me resolve it. Okay, so I just fixed the cache related issue, and I fixed it using a command which is pub cache repair, and you can use it all. It actually re-download all the packages that's cached in the Flutter SDK. Anyways, we were about to test this onMessage stream, and as I said, this will be working in foreground. So let's now the application is open, and as I said, this will be only working when the app will be in foreground. So we will send the notification, the message from the Firebase, and then what we will do, we will see the console. It should print these notification body and the title that we will be sending from the Firebase, and make sure the app will be in foreground like it is right now. So let's remove all the existing stuff from the terminal, and let's open again the this push notification project, and I'm gonna copy and just change the title onMessage testing. So we will be able to see this onMessage testing and this first notification, these two things on the console. So let's okay, just click on review and publish, and let's open the console. Let's see if it is published. Yep, it should be here anytime. Sometime it takes some time. Okay, so you can see it is we have received the message. If I increase the size of it, and you can see that it's a broadcast receive a message. This is the internal message from the Firebase, but the thing which we are interested in is we get these two, the onMessage testing, which is the title, and as I printed the title after the body, and this is the body. So, and there's one thing that you must know about it, that Firebase, while the app is in foreground, Firebase never displays never displays the notification by default. You can see we haven't received any notification on the system tray. Also, we haven't received the heads up notification. So heads up notification is like a notification that displays over the screen. So the notification that comes in the system tray, it's just called the normal notification, but the one which is displayed over the screen while using any application, so that's the heads up notification. But we are not it's not showing in the case when the app is in foreground, the Firebase is not showing the notification either in the form of system tray or as heads up notification. But still, the thing is, you are getting the message that we are sending from Firebase. We are getting the message in this onMessage stream. So that's the thing which we want to test, and later on we will fix this issue also. Like if we want to show the notification despite app is in foreground, we still want to show the notification, then we will use something to make it work, and we will do it shortly. Okay, so now we have some more control over the messages that we are getting from Firebase. We are actually exactly getting the instance of the message, and we can use the properties like body, title, and also the data. That's the key for basically having this onMessage. We want the data that is coming along with the message. So we can, that basically contains a specific message, like it may be saying that you have to navigate user to that specific screen, or you have to show something, some pop-up or something. So we are basically interesting in the data specifically. So that is why we have over here we have configured the onMessage stream. So we have done with it, and we will do some more things shortly. But the thing which we are going to do right now is we are going to use another stream, or basically, yeah, it is a stream actually. So like, say now, because in the foreground we are not receiving, we are not having the notification displayed, we are just getting it. So, and we will make it work also later. But right now what I'm gonna do is, let's say the app is in background, and now we'll be able to receive the notification like we were getting before. What we want to do is, whenever the user click on the notification, it must take me to the relative route, and we will send the route information in the data of the message that we will be sending from the Firebase. And based on the data we'll be receiving, it must include the route name, and then we will navigate user to a specific route that the message will contain. So this is what we want to do. So basically we want to have the click action on the notification that we are receiving in the background. So for this we have Firebase onMessage opened. So it is also a stream, so you have to listen for it. And we receive the message instance inside it, similarly like we receive in the case of onMessage. Now there are a few things to really understand. This onMessage opened app is, first of all, it works, it comes in act when the user taps on the notification that comes in the notification tray. But the thing is, your app should be in background and not terminated. It should be open. Okay, so there are two conditions. The app can be in background in two cases. The app is in background, but the application is basically closed and it is not opened. But the second case is the app in the background, but it's open, and you may be using some other app, but it's still open. So this onMessage opened app only works when the app is in background but open, and user taps on the notification. These they can be sometimes confusing, and you must know clearly in order to implement it, because I really had a bad time understanding these things, and that is why I'm really making it really clear for you. And I'm also adding the comments so that you can have these comments when you have the code. So the thing is, this onMessage open app will get called, and you will receive the message whenever the app is in the background and it is not closed, and the user taps on the notification you receive in the system tray. Then this will come into the act, and over here you will receive the same message on which the user will do like the tap event on it. So app is in background and user taps on the notification. This is when it comes into play. Now what we are going to do, we will simply say if message, because we are more interested over here in the data. So we will say if the message contains the data, what it says, can be null, condition always true. Okay, so it always have the data. So simply what we will do, we will print message dot data, and as it is a map, so we will be sending the data and the key will be route. So yeah, this is, so maybe I can make it more clear. Final route from message, and then you can just have it, and you can just print the route from message. Okay, so that's it. So the thing is now, if I run the app again, let's close the app just to make sure it is opened fresh. Now what will happen actually when I will send the message from the Firebase, I will also send the data, and I will have inside the data I can send a key value pair. So I will send, along with the data, I will send a route key, and in the route I will define the value. It could be red, it could be green, because we have two pages. And whenever our application will receive the notification and the data alongside with it, so what will happen, it will display in the system tray, since the Firebase displays the message in the system tray when the app is in background. So we will make the app in background, and then we will receive the notification in the system tray, and then we will tap on that notification. So tapping on the notification while app is in background but open will trigger this stream. So we will receive a message event, and then on the message event we will just simply fetch the route from it, and we will print on the console. But later on we will also perform the navigation, and we are going to do it very shortly. So now the application is running. So what I'm gonna do, as I said million times, that this open app thing works only when the app is in background, because we can only receive the notification in the system tray when the app is in background. But you can see that it is just minimized. I haven't closed the application, so that's the key. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna clean everything, and I'm gonna send a new notification now. So we can duplicate, and over here we can say like onMessage open testing. That's great. And what I'm gonna do in the additional settings, over here it is the custom data and the key value pair I was talking about. So over here what we can do, simply we can say route and make sure the name is same, the key name, and here we can say red. Okay, we have two routes that are red and green, so you can either send green or you can either send red. But right now we are not performing the navigation. You can send anything you want, but later on when we will like navigate user to a specific route, we have to make sure that we are sending the correct route name. So let's review, and it should send the notification, and the notification will be soon coming in the notification tray. Sometimes it takes some time, but sometimes it is really fast. Okay, so we have received the notification, and one thing to really keep in mind, that whenever we are receiving the message in the background, we are getting this warning, missing default notification channel. So let's just keep it in mind. We will going to fix it very soon. So let's remove everything, and we have received the notification. If I tap on it, it should open the app, and it should trigger this onMessage open app. It should trigger a new event to come inside this stream, and at the end of the day it will print the red which we sent in the from the Firebase. So let's tap on it. So you can see it is actually having the red thing. So rather than just printing, what I can do now, because we are good, we have tested and it's working fine. So you can say navigation. Okay, it is navigator off. Well, I've been using Flutter for 2.5 years, and I'm still not sure what's the name that happens. Okay, so navigation off, and then you can say push name, and you can say simply route from message. Okay, so simply you can run the application again, and rather than just printing, it will now take you to the relative path. So if I will be sending red from the Firebase messaging, it will take me to the red screen, or if I'll be sending the green, so it will be sending me to the green screen. Or if I will be like sending something that's not defined in the app as a route, so obviously it will give you error. So you have to make sure that you are sending the correct name. Okay, so the app is restarted. So let's move it in the background, because you know that onMessage open works only when the app is in background, but app needs to be open. So let's send a new message. You can duplicate this, and now we can send the green in the route. So if I publish it, I should be receiving the notification very soon. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I've received the message. You can see still I'm getting this warning. We are going to fix it very soon. And if I tap on it, rather than printing red on the screen or green on the screen, because now we are sending green, it should take me to the green page. Okay, great. So that's working. So we have done with a couple of streams that are very essential. This onMessage that only works on when the app is in foreground, and then this onMessage open app. Whenever the app is open, when someone taps on the message and the app is in the background but open, and that is when it works. So we have performed the navigation based on the route we are receiving from the Firebase. So now we are going to work on a new thing. So the thing which we are now working is, you see the app was open but it was in the background. But how about when the app is closed and it's in background? So what happens? Because in that case, onMessage open app never works. So we have to have something else in order to handle this condition. So I'm gonna show you how to really handle the situation when your app is in background, but it is terminated, it is closed. So you haven't opened the app, but it's still how to make it work, how to basically navigate user when he taps on the notification. Also, before handling that particular situation, we see that when we receive the message, we get in this stream that particular message. But the thing is, this needs to be in the app needs to be in foreground to work for working of this onMessage stream. But when we are receiving the message while the app is in foreground, this onMessage never works. So if I can show you again, like sending a message, the duplicate message. So you can see the app is in background, and if I publish this, this notification body and the title will never get printed, because this onMessage only works when the app is in foreground. However, there may be the cases when we have to get the data, and we have to get the things that is being sent with the notification while the app is in background. And you can see we are also getting this message: a background message could not be handled in Dart, as no onBackgroundMessage handler has been registered. So yeah, we have set up the onTap click action, but we are not getting the message and the data and all the stuff before actually user taps on the notification. And there may be different cases when we have to get the message once we receive in the background, because that message can message can be like the intimation of some action to perform in the background. So there may be different cases you can think of, but the thing is, we have to get the message and all the information. We have to access all those information while app is in the background, because this onMessage only works when the app is in foreground. So for this, we have another stream. So rather than registering that stream over here inside the init state, we normally do it at the very beginning. So you can probably do after the initialization of Firebase. And over here we have to say Firebase messaging, and then we have the onBackgroundMessage. So inside it, you have to specify the handler, which the return type should be a future, and there should be the remote message as the parameter inside it. But the thing is, let's remove this. The thing is, the handler that you will provide inside it, it should be top level function. It should be a top level feature, because I mean, the top level, by top level, I mean that it should not be inside some class. It should be really outside everything, outside the scope of everything. Because the onBackgroundMessage handler works in its own isolate. It works outside the scope of the Flutter application, and that is why it is background message, because the app it's not open, but it's working. So it means it's working in its own isolate, in its own thread. So to make it work, you have to have the handler outside of the scope of everything. So you can just make it here. So the return type should be future void, and then give it a name, background handler, or anything you want. And inside it, you will receive a message. Let's use async, and this is what you have to do. And you can see it's top level, since it is outside the scope of everything. It is not defined inside the class. And now what you can do, this is similar like onMessage, but it only works when the app is in background. Receive message when app is in background. Solution for onMessage. Okay, so we can just print the message data. You can just make it to a string. And we can also print the notification title. Okay, so now let's close the application completely, because we have added something really big. And yeah, everything looks fine. Now let's run the application. And also remove the existing notifications from the notification trace, so that we can avoid any sort of confusion. Okay, this starting dev tool is really something absurd. It's taking so much time. I'm not sure why it is happening. Anyways, the application is now in the progress of running. So what we can do, because we want to test that we should receive the message instance while the app is in background, and we receive some message from the Firebase. So what we did, we receive the message, and we have printed the data that we are receiving alongside with the message, and also we have printed the title of the notification. So that's the two things we have printed. And this will work even the app is in background, whether it is opened or closed, because this background handler works in both cases. But the thing is, the app should be in background, and if it is in foreground, obviously the onMessage will work. So okay, so everything working fine. Yep, you can see the Flutter Firebase messaging background service is started. It is basically the acknowledgement that we have registered successfully. So I moved the app in the background. So last time when I sent the notification, we haven't received in the console. I mean, we haven't received the notification. Yeah, it displayed on the system tray, but we haven't received the notification in the app. But now we have set up the background handler, and now we'll be able to receive the notification data and also the notification title, since we printed those. So just to make sure we have something in the data. Yeah, we have the route. Okay, so let's review and publish, and let's wait for it to work. There should be something in the console very soon. You can see the app is in background, and the onMessage doesn't work in when the app is in background, but this background handler works, and it should work. You can see now that we receive the broadcast message. You can see the app is in background, but still we are receiving this route information, which is the data of the that we are getting with the notification. You can send different key value pair, but right now we are just sending the route. And you can also see that we are really getting the notification title. So it means you are getting the message here, and you can do several things with it. So that's the one thing. So we have covered another thing, that how to get the message when your app is in background. But now another thing, we have registered the onMessage open app, which works when the app is in background but opened and user taps on the notification. But we are now going to see how we are going to handle the case when the app is in background but terminated but closed and user taps on the notification, how we are going to perform the navigation. So that all goes inside this get initial message. This get initial message actually gives you the message on which user taps and it opened the app from terminated state. Okay, so it means whenever this get initial message returns something, some non-null thing, so it means that the user has tapped on the notification. Okay, let me solve it. Okay, so it means the user has tapped on the notification and it opened the app from the terminated state, like the app was closed. So in that case, you will get the message over here on which the user tapped. So it's basically works when the app opens from the terminated state. So what you can do, you can simply do the same thing. You can just copy these two lines and you can paste it over here. And what you are doing actually, you are getting the okay, so the message can be null. So to avoid the null thing, you can just do one thing: if message is not null. Because if you still use this get initial message when the app is not open from the terminated state and you don't have the initial message, then in that case you will have this message null, and this message will be non-null value whenever you receive some message and it's in the system tray and user taps on it while the app was in the background and terminated the state. It was not open yet. So this will work in that case. So what I'm gonna do, first of all, I'm gonna close the app and I'm gonna reopen it just to make sure that it refreshes everything. It has the latest compilation. And meanwhile, I'm gonna create a notification. We can duplicate it. Okay, so let's click on review and let's wait the app to run first. Okay, now our application is running and the background services started, everything working fine. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna close the application. So just close the application. So now the application is not in just background state, but it is also closed completely. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna send a message that should include the data, since we are navigating user based on the data. And now let's see what happens. Because the application is closed, it has no connection with this terminal, so you will not receive any intimation. You'll just receive a notification in the system tray, and then on tapping, it should take you to the route screen that's been sent with the notification. So we have received the notification, and if I tap on it, it should take me to the green screen, and you can see the app is still closed. It's not open. So if I tap on it, you can see the app is yeah, it is now it's taken user to the green screen. So we have covered everything, every callback or every stream we have in this Firebase messaging, and that's sometimes really confusing. Now, basically, we have two issues that we haven't solved yet, or that can be the issues. I'm not saying it; they are issues. The first issue is, there's one issue actually. The first issue is while the app is in background, we are not receiving the heads up notification. We are just receiving the notification very silently, and it just comes in the notification tray. However, if you use Firebase in Flutter, Firebase messaging, it gives you the heads up notification by default when the app is in background. You just have to do few steps that we are going to do very soon. But the Firebase doesn't give you the heads up notification while the app is in foreground, or in fact it doesn't give you the system notification that comes in the notification tray. So in the foreground, Firebase never display the notification, either the normal notification that goes in the system tray or also the heads up notification. But in case of background, that in case when you are while the app is in background and you receive some message, Firebase gives you the message. It displays the message as heads up notification. But right now, what's happening in case of background, if we just talk about background, we are receiving the notification, but we are receiving in the system tray. We are not receiving in heads up notification, and that's actually the abnormality that we have to solve. And you also remember that whenever we are receiving some message when the app is in background, like if I send the message, so you can see one thing, there is a warning that I told you about. And that warning is okay, sorry, the app is not connected with this Firebase, so you cannot see. But you remember the warning, the Android channel, the missing Android channel thing. So that was the issue, and because of that reason, we are not receiving. We are not. The Firebase is not displaying the notification as heads up notification while the app is in background, which it does. But since we have some missing things in the configuration, and that is why it's not working. So we are going to fix that thing, and then we'll be able to see. You can see right now we receive a notification, but it just silently goes into the system tray. It must show some sort of the heads up notification that displays over the screen, so it will be more obvious. So for solving this, we have to follow a few steps that we are going to do. So the first thing is, okay, first of all, let's move the app is in the background, and let's send another notification just to show you that warning again. Let's click on publish, and let's wait for a few seconds. Perhaps you can remove these old things. Okay, so you can see again, we receive everything. We receive the message. You can see it's in the system tray, but still this is saying missing default notification channel metadata in Android manifest. So when we will specify this notification channel ID, then we will be able to see this notification as heads up notification, which Firebase normally does. So for solving this, first of all, we have a couple of lines to add. So these are the lines that we need to add in the manifest file. So let's open this, and you have to paste this in the Android manifest file, which is in the source and then main. Yeah. Okay, so we have this manifest, then application, then activity. Inside the activity, we have some metadata already. So let's paste it after that. And you have to specify here the notification channel ID. So we are saying it easy approach. Yeah, we can just say it easy approach. So this is the notification channel ID. What happens is after the Android 8, it is necessary to define the channel ID, because it is like the identity of your application for the notifications. So basically, if you don't specify this channel ID, then, or if you don't create the channel for your application, then you will not be able to receive the notification in a proper way. Yeah, you're still receiving it, but it's going in a system tray, and it's going very silently. But you have to like it should show some sort of more obvious picture of the notification. So this is the first step. You have to specify this notification channel ID. However, that's not the only thing you have to do, because if you like run the application and you again send the notification, like if I try to do it, let's close the application and let's rerun it. And while it is running, I'm creating a new notification, and I will do some few different things which I haven't done yet. So what I need to do in the additional options over here, you can see we have Android notification channel. So now I should define here easy approach. And you know, these we will be sending the notification in the production, in the live app. We will not using the we will not use this Firebase console for sending the notification. Obviously, there should be we will be like using some APIs that Firebase gives, and for sending the notification from the server. So, but this is just for testing. But you can easily send the notification channel ID and the data when you are using the API for it. Anyways, so now I am sending the easy approach channel, and I have registered the channel, but I haven't created the channel. So when I will receive the notification with this channel, I will again get some error, but that will be some new error. So let's see what it says. So I've sent a notification, and it should be in the console very soon. And there should be some new warning that we need to solve. Okay, so okay, you can see now we are getting another thing. It is notification channel requested easy approach has not created by the app. So it means it should be created by the application. So, and that is why it's the default notification value will be used and all. And still we are not receiving the heads up notification because we don't have this easy approach channel created. And for creating this channel, we have to write some code. Basically, we have to use the dependency which we added, which is this Flutter local notification. So it also allows you to create the notification channel for the application. So what I'm gonna do, inside the lib, I'm gonna create a folder which is services. And inside it, I'm gonna create the local notification service. Notification service. Okay. And let's open this, and I'm gonna make it a normal class. And inside it, I will write the code for basically for creating a channel for our application. So for this, what I'm doing actually, I'm creating static final. I'm gonna make everything static so that it can be easily used without making the class. So static final, we need to have, first of all, we need to have the instance of local notification, Flutter local notifications plugin that's come from Flutter local notification package. So we need to have this, and this needs to be initialized also. And we have to give the name also, plugin, notification plugin. Okay, that's great. And then we are going to make a method inside it, which will be initialize method. So it will be responsible for initializing this local notification and for creating the channel and all. So inside the notifications plugin, or inside it, we have initialize, and inside it we have to provide the initialization settings instance. So let's first define the initialization setting instance. Initialization settings, and inside it we have to provide the information, that the settings of for each of the platforms. But right now we are just doing it for Android, so you don't have to really focus on iOS and Mac OS. You just have to specify the Android initialization settings. So let's just define Android initialization settings, and you just have to provide here the icon, the default icon for the notification. So we are just going to give here the reference of the Flutter logo, which is our app logo. So inside it we will have this reference, which is the default icon. So let's make some more space. Okay, so now we have initialized this notifications plugin, which is the Flutter local notification, but still we haven't created the channel. So for channel, you have to at least one time display the notification using Flutter local notification, and once you display the notification, you can give the configuration for the channel, and then the channel will be created. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create a method which is display, and this display notification will be used in case when the app will be in foreground, because the Firebase automatically doesn't show the notification either in the system tray or as heads up notification. And in order to fix that issue, if we really want to show the notification while the app is in foreground and we receive some message, then you have to make use of this display function. So it has two responsibilities. It will not just show the notification, but it will also create the notification channel when it is run first time, and then it will not create a new one. It will just create when it runs first time. So that's basically the display method we will be calling. So inside the notification plugin, we have show. Yep. And over here, we have to specify the notification ID, the notification title, the body, and the notification details. And this notification details are the details which will create basically the channel. So first of all, we have to provide the notification ID, title, and body. So for the title and body, we will be sending we will be receiving from Firebase the remote message. So we'll be sending the remote message in this display for it to show the heads up notification. So we can just get the title and the body from the message notification, something like this. And also for the body, we can do the same thing. And this show is basically a future, so let's use here await also. And since you're using await, so let's use async. Okay, so we have to also specify the ID, the notification ID, and it should be unique. So what I'm gonna do for notification ID, I'm gonna use datetime.now, and I'm gonna use the millisecond since EOCHS. And what I'm gonna do, because that's a really big value, so I'm gonna divide it with 1000, and it will be the integer division. It will always give you integer value, so it will be unique every time. And now we have to specify here the notification details. That's the most important thing for creating the channel also. So let's define this notification details. Okay, so let's make it final notification details, then say notification details. So inside the notification details, we have to provide the details for each of the platforms, but right now we are just doing it for Android. We have to provide the Android notification details, and inside it we have a few things. So let's see what we have. So first of all, we have the channel ID, and then channel name, and then channel description. So the channel ID is a easy approach that we have given in the manifest also, and then channel name is easy approach channel. So it's actually channel, but we are talking about notification channel. And then we have to provide some description like this is our channel. So these are the three things you have to specify first. Then you have to specify the importance. So make it the maximum importance. And we also have to specify the priority, and the priority should also be high. So these are the things you have to specify. So it will, whenever you will be like, it will show first notification, it will create this channel also. So what I'm gonna do also, let's wrap this whole thing in. Let's wrap this whole thing in try and catch, so that if we get any exception, we can catch and we can fix the issue. So how to do it easily? Yeah. So in case if we get any exception, we can just print the exception. Okay, that seems fine. What we can do now, we can make use of, we first have to initialize this notification, local notification service, and then in the onMessage, when we receive the message from the Firebase, we can make use of the display. This will not just show the message on the screen on as a heads up notification, but it will also create the notification channel so that we can use it for the background notifications also. Because I'm again reminding you that in case of background, when we receive a notification, we don't have to do anything else. We don't have to use any other package to show the heads up notification. You just have to create a channel, and you just have to specify the channel ID. But in case of foreground notification, you have to use this Flutter local notification, because Firebase doesn't show the heads up notification or even the notification in the system tray while the app is in foreground. So that's two things you have to keep in mind. So what I'm gonna do in the main, first of all, at the very beginning, after we initialize after this, we can say local notification service dot initialize. So that's the first thing you have to do. You have to initialize the local notification service, and in the onMessage, so in case when we receive a notification, we will simply say notification local notification service, and inside it we have display. We'll just simply pass this message into this, and it will do a couple of things. It will create the channel for you, and it will also show the notification as heads up notification, because in onMessage, while app is in foreground, the Firebase never display the notification. So anyways, let's close the application and let's rerun it. So we are going to test, once this code compiles successfully, we are going to test that we are receiving the notification while the app is in foreground. And not just we are receiving, but the app should also show the notification as heads up notification, since we have now the Flutter local notification in play. So you can see the app is in foreground. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create a new notification, or rather than creating new, we can just duplicate to save time. And since you can see the app is in foreground, the onMessage should get called. So this onMessage will get called, and since inside this onMessage we have displayed using the local notification service and this will display the notification as heads up notification. So we should be able to see the notification uh, while the app is in foreground. So let's publish this, and we have to wait for some time. One, two, three, four. Okay, you can see now we are receiving the notification as heads up notification. And now the channel is also created, so we can also test the thing which we were testing, the background thing. Okay, so we have tested successfully that we are now displaying the notification as heads up notification that comes over the screen, not just goes in the system tray. We are showing it in the case of when the app is in foreground, and you know that Firebase doesn't display in that particular case. So we are using a local notification service for this purpose. Now what we are doing, we have now channel created also, the easy approach channel that we are using for this app. So now we are going to test the background notification also, because as I said million times that for the notification to display as heads up notification, in case when the app is in background, you don't have to do anything else. You don't have to use this local notification. Firebase automatically displays it when you have set up the channel and all that stuff. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just moving it to the moving app to the background, and I'm also removing the notification that's in the system tray in order to avoid any confusion. And since the channel is now created, I'm just going to send another notification while the app is in background. It must show the heads up notification. However, we are not using local notification in case of inside here in the background handler, but still it will show automatically since we have set up the channel ID and all. So let's run the application. Sorry, the application is still running. We just move it to the background and let's send another notification. So now we should be able to see this notification as heads up notification since we have created the channel and all. So we have sent the notification and it should be displayed as heads up notification very soon. Okay, so you can see that this is being displayed by Firebase, not by Flutter local notification. So wow, that's great. So we have done very much things in this video tutorial, and I think it's the longest video I have made, but I just want to make it comprehensive, and that's why I'm discussing everything in detail. And there is a lot of explanation. There are a lot of explanation on the internet, but the thing is they are not complete. Everyone is missing something, and that is why I wanted to make some comprehensive video. But this one thing is still which is because you know this notification in case of background, it is showing by Firebase. So if I tap on it, it should take me to the green screen. Yeah, that's working. But the thing is, when we are using the notification when the app is in foreground, so it is completely done by Flutter local notification, and there's no Firebase involved for showing that notification. So in case when we receive, like let's go in the, let's open the app again. Yeah, let's go on the main screen. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna send another message while the app is in background. Sorry, while the app is in foreground. And let's send this time red. And I want to actually test the click action event on the notification that is being showed by this Flutter local notification, because it's in foreground, and we are using this for showing the notification while the app is in foreground. But what happens when we tap on it? Would it take me to the red screen? So if I tap on it, nothing happens. It is because this onMessage open app never gets called in that case, because when you are showing the local notification, you are going out of the context of Firebase. You are now playing with the Flutter local notification. So the on tap event should be defined somewhere inside the Flutter local notification, only in the case when app is in foreground, because in that case Firebase doesn't show the notification, and hence it doesn't give you any option to really handle the on tab while the app is in foreground. But the thing is, you are using Firebase Flutter local notification, Flutter local notification, not the Firebase, for displaying the notification in case of foreground while the app is in foreground. So obviously the on tab should be defined inside the local notification service. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going inside the local notification service, and while I initialize this local notification, there is a callback which is on select notification, and inside it we have we receive here the payload, which is in the form of a string. Payload is any additional information, any additional data in terms of string, in the form of a string. And it's giving error. Okay, so it should be async. Also the string can be null. Yep. So what we are going to do, this payload in our case, because that's essential information, it should be the route information. So what I'm gonna do, rather than saying it payload, we can just say it route, because that's additional information coming with the notification that is tapped. So in that case, we will perform the navigator.off, and over here we have to specify the context, and then we can say that push name, and we can just pass route. And we will do this in case when the route is not null, because the route can be null. Okay, so that's the one thing we have to do, even though we don't have the context, and we are going to fix it very soon. Another thing is, when you will be showing the notification, so you have to have this the payload also in this notification, because if you don't specify the payload, then obviously while when the user will tap on this notification, you will get null route. But when you will be passing the notification payload while showing, then obviously when the user will tap on that showed notification, then in that case you will be getting the route. So you have to send it in here before actually getting an on select notification. So there's a property payload, which is the essential information you want to pass with the notification, and inside it we have data, and then we have route. So that's the payload we want to send in the callback, which is on select. So that's great, because this is the message that we are getting from Firebase. So we are getting the route information inside the data, and we are just we are just passing it to the show, so that when user taps on it, that should be available in here. But the now thing is, we don't have the context. So what we can do, in the initialize, we can have the context. Okay, so but the thing is, yeah, we have set up everything, but the thing is, we are initializing it at the very top. So over here we don't have the context, so we can make it a little below. We can just do it before anything in the init state, and over here we can pass the context. So that all look good. So we have everything now. We have set up the on press in the case when the app is in foreground and we receive some message, because that's the case not handled by Firebase. So we have to handle it with the local notification service. So let's close the application and let's run it again. And this time, okay, we will we'll create another just see, we can say foreground testing on tap, and in this we can say should take to green screen. It was green or red, not sure. Sorry, red. Yeah, and that's all. So we have to send this message while the app is in foreground. It's still in the compilation. So once it is compiled and the app is running, we will send this notification while the app will be in foreground. We should be able to see the displayed notification by Flutter local notification service. And also when we will tap on the notification, it should take us to the relative route, which it wasn't taking before, because that was totally out of the context of Firebase, and it was totally handled by local notification service. And the handler while on tap should be defined inside the local notification service, which we just did. So now this should work. So what I'm gonna do, the app is in foreground, everything looks great. We're just sending the notification, and we should be able to see the notification as a heads up notification very soon. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Sometime it takes yeah. So now when I press on it, this should take me to the green screen. I think I did some mistake in displaying the notification, since I'm just receiving the same thing over here. So maybe, I guess, so I have given the title in both of things. Well, doesn't matter. So if I tap on it, it should take me to the red screen now. And you can see it's taking me to the red screen. So this is it. I think it's the longest video I've ever made. So that's the most comprehensive video I can bet, because I have seen a lot of videos on the notification, and they have like a lot of information, but still there are some missing information. And as I just quoted at the very beginning of the video, that I also have the video on this, but it's not completed, and it also have the legacy code which I wanted to renew, which I wanted to recreate for you. So this is it. That's really something which I'm really feeling proud, because I just completed this long video. And there are also couple of things which I wanted to cover. It's actually the token based notification and also the topic based notification. So you can target the particular audience to which you want to send the notification, but that's really simple thing. That's something that you can really do. And I'm just here to give you a little push, and then you can really research on things, and you can really learn by your own. And that's how you become a good programmer. You become a good developer. So this is it from this video. If you like the video and you think that I really did a great job, and yeah, and I really did hard work, so please support me by subscribing my channel and sharing my channel, because I really need your support. I'm not getting so much of subscribers. The average is really below. Maybe I'm not making videos regularly, but as I said, I'll be like making videos regularly now. So please give a big thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed the channel, please subscribe the channel and share the videos with those who want to learn Flutter with easy approach. So thank you for watching.